students, welcome to Vardhini Vikas PU Science College Mudhola online classes. In our previous class, we already had started the language functions and had studied 4 language functions. Without wasting our time, let us go to the next language functions. The next language function is apologizing and responding to an apology. Apologizing and responding to an apology, which means ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಯಾಚಿಸುವುದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಯಾಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಯಾಚನೆಯನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ we will come to know by formal and informal expressions. All expressions which help us to express an apology is I apologize. Formal expressions to express apology is I apologize and I beg your pardon. I apologize, I beg your pardon, or one more you can add, I must apologize. And in informal we can use very sorry, so sorry, extremely sorry, awfully sorry. In friends, these expressions you can use. For superiors, these expressions you must use. So now let us go to an example of dialogue for the language function called apologizing and accepting for an apology. So here is an example of a dialogue in which Ravi apologizes to a senior colleague for not completing his work on time. Ravi, Mr. Naren, see, it is underlined. I must apologize for not completing the proposal on time. I was unwell. See, here you can see how an apology is being expressed by the help of apologizing and responding to an apology language function. Now let us see what Naren he says. Naren, that's all right, but please complete it by next week. Expresses his responding to an apology. Why? That's all right. It's a response to an apology. Naren responds for the apology of Ravi's by saying, that's all right. Then continues his words, but please complete it by next week. Ravi, I certainly will. Then Ravi says, certainly he would. This is what the dialogue for apology and responding to an apology. Now let us go to the next language function. Now, the formal and informal expressions for expressing sympathy, language function, are formal expressions are I am very upset to hear that. If someone's mother is dead, you come to know, and there comes a sympathy in you to be expressed, then you can say, I am very upset to hear that he lost his mother. So how the language function helps us to communicate. The next one is I sympathize with you. I sympathize with you is a formal expression which is used for superiors. If the manager of somebody's lost his father, want to express an apology, the other person says, I sympathize with you for losing your father. The next one is, my sympathizers are with you. My sympathize with you is a singular. My sympathizers are with you is plural. So here, in place of sympathize, using as verb, sympathizers can be used as noun to express the sympathy. My sympathizers are with you can be expressed to express the sympathy, which is one of the language functions to express the purpose. The same way, informal expressions there are, and they are how sad, that's a pity. In friend circles, in relatives, we use how sad, that's pity. If my friend is lost her wallet, she comes and talks about that to me, there, to express my sympathy to the situation of hers, I say that's a pity. You lost your wallet. This is how we have formal and informal expressions to express sympathy. In expressing sympathy language function. So on this, let us see an example. A dialogue. Here is a dialogue in which we see the expression of sympathy. Rakesh. Here is a dialogue of Rakesh and Naveen's. Rakesh, why do you look so upset? Naveen, you know, I lost my mobile phone somewhere this morning. Rakesh, how sad. Here it came what? The expression of sympathy. How sad. When did you use it last? Naveen, while I was at the cash counter, I received a call. I was talking on the phone when the cashier gave me the cash. In cash counter, he lost his mobile. Let us see what Rakesh wants to say. Rakesh, why don't you speak to the cashier? He may have some idea. Gave the suggestion. Naveen, that's a good idea. This is how, in dialogue, sympathy can be expressed by how sad, which is an informal expression. Now, let us go to the next language function. The next language function is seeking permission. Seeking permission is the seventh language function in which we again have formal and informal expressions to be expressed to express our purposes in communication. So let us see formal and informal expressions. In seeking permission, we have three kinds and they are seeking permission. In seeking permission, there comes three parts. One is seeking permission, the other is giving permission, and one more is refusing permission. One is seeking permission. Seeking permission means getting permission, and the other is giving permission. The next one which comes in permission is giving the permission, and the third one is refusing the permission. If the person wants to refuse his permission language function are to be studied. So now let us see formal expressions to seek permission, to give permission, and to refuse permission. So here, seeking permission expressions. Would it be alright if I want to go early to my home today, to ask the superior of me, I have to use this expression. Would it be alright if I go a bit early today? ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಇಂದ ರಚಿಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. The next one is, may I have your permission? ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳೋದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, may I have your permission? May I have your permission to be gone home early? Next, I thought I might not disturb you to be gone home early. This is how informal expressions we can express to seek the permission. Now, giving permission, informal expression, how to give permission for seeking permission. The expressions are, yes, permission is granted. If the higher authority wants to permit, he or she must say, yes, permission is granted for the permission which is sought by the seeker. The next one is, we are pleased to permit you to go early. Is giving permission for seeking permission. The next one is refusing permission. Permission ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, no please don't. If permission is asked to go early, if it has to be refused, should be said, no please don't. Is a refusal of permission. Or else, I would rather you didn't. Or else, can be used, I would rather you didn't. I would rather you didn't go home early. Is refusing the permission. Next is, I am sorry, that's not possible. Or else we can say, I am sorry, that's not possible to make you to go home early. Now let us see the informal expressions. Informal expressions, mind if I sit on this. Mind if I sit on this. Is a permission sought among friend circle, relatives and family members. Mind if I sit on this chair on which you already have seated and left. Hope you are getting. Next, other one is, could we borrow? Could we borrow your car for 3 hours as my mother is not well, have to be taken to the hospital. So ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು ಹಂಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಮುಂದಿನ ಒಂದು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎನಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ, ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ these expressions help. Now, giving permission ನಲ್ಲಿ informal ಅನೌಪಚಾರಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, ಯು ಮೇ ಗೋ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ. please go ahead. If you want to give the permission, among friends, relatives, you can say, please go ahead with your think what you want to do. Of course you can. Another informal way of giving permission is, of course you can go. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ಮುಂದೆ refusal of permission in informal expression ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I am afraid I can't. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಒಳಗ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಾಕ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, I am afraid I can't give you the permission ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. Sorry, that's not possible ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. I would like to but I can't. I would like to but I can't give the permission ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ you can refuse giving permission. So now let us see a dialogue writing as an example. Example is Peter. Good morning, sir. Here there is a conversation of Peters and principals. Peter greets good morning to his principal. Let us see what he says. Principal, good morning. Were you able to contact the speaker of today's function? Peter, yes sir. Mr. Ravi has agreed to come and speak at the function. Now, Peter wants to seek permission from his principal. Let us see what permission he wanted to seek. Would it be possible to send our college vehicle to pick him up, sir? Would it be possible? He is seeking a permission from the principal. So, Ravi asks, would it be possible to send our college vehicle to pick the speaker up? Now let us see what principal says. Principal, I am afraid it is not possible. You better hire a cab. We will pay the fare. So this is how in dialogue, seeking permission is being expressed, which comes in seeking permission language function. Now let us go to the next language function. Now let us go to the next language function, which is introducing. In introducing, again we have formal and informal expressions. Let us see the formal expressions. To introduce oneself to the superiors, the formal expressions which help us to communicate are, may I introduce? It's my pleasure to introduce. I feel honored to introduce. The same way, in informal, we use meet my friend or brother or sister to express the introducing language function. The same way, in informal, this is my friend, we say. And Ravi, please meet Shashi, is an informal introducing among friends. Anu, this is Praveen, is an introduction of Praveen's to Anu, which is an informal expression. On this, let us see an example of a dialogue. In formal, informal communication, The expressions of informal are being used just like meet my friend, brother, sister, and this is my friend. Ravi, please meet Shashi. Anu, this is Praveen. So now let
Start.
Let us go to an example in which we see the dialogue, in which we can see the language function introducing. So the dialogue is, Mr. Krishna, good morning Mr. Ashok. Mr. Ashok, oh good morning Mrs. Khanna. It's lovely day, isn't it? With a greeting, communication begins. Then Mrs. Khanna, sorry, it is not Mr., it is Mrs. So now Mrs. Khanna, yes, it's a beautiful. Mr. Ashok, may I introduce my nephew Gagan. He is staying with us for the weekend. Mrs. Khanna responses positively to Mr. Ashok, then by introducing language function, she says, may I introduce my nephew Gagan. It is the introducing language function which helps us to express the formal expression. Then continues, he is staying with us for the weekend. Let us see Mr. Ashok's dialogue. Mr. Ashok, how are you, Gagan? Mrs. Khanna introduced Gagan to Mr. Ashok. Now, Ashok took the introduction, started speaking to Gagan. Asked how Gagan is. Gagan, fine, thank you Mr. Ashok. Mr. Ashok, I'm in a hurry Mrs. Khanna, let's meet later. Mrs. Khanna, yes, carry on Mr. Ashok. Mr. Ashok, goodbye Gagan, I'm so glad to have met you. Gagan, I am glad to have met you too, Mr. Ashok. Goodbye. Mr. Ashok, goodbye then, Mrs. Khanna. Please give my regards to Mr. Khanna. Mrs. Khanna, yes, I will. Goodbye. This is how this is how may I introduce my nephew Gagan, introducing a language function. In introducing the stranger to the other stranger. So this is what? Introducing language function. Now let us go to the next language function. The next language function is leave taking. So let us see the formal and informal expressions for leave taking language function. The formal expressions are, I was a pleasure seeing you. I was a pleasure seeing you is a formal expression. Goodbye is a formal expression for leave taking. Good night after 8 p.m. is a leave taking formal expression. And informal leave taking expressions are Shirio. The informal leave taking expressions are, the first one is Shirio. Shirio is an informal bidding expression. Bye ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಬದಲು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? Shirio is just like bye. Next one is goodbye is also an informal leave taking expression. Bye is informal leave taking expression, and see you or see you later are informal expressions. When after the conversation we have to depart, there we use these formal and informal expressions, seeing the person with whom we are talking. Now on this, let us go to an example of a dialogue. Here is a dialogue between Vipul and Sanjay. Vipul, hi Sanjay. So, with greeting, the conversation begins, dialogue begins. Sanjay, hello Vipul, how are you doing? Vipul, really great. Sanjay, wow, you look so happy. What's the matter? Vipul, tomorrow is my birthday. We are having a party at Ashoka Hotel. Dialogue continues. Sanjay, that's really amazing. Happy birthday, Vipul. Vipul, thanks. Please come to my party at 7 p.m. Invites. Sanjay, okay, see you tomorrow. So here, he takes his leave by see you. See you tomorrow. Then Vipul, in return, takes his leave by see you. Informal expression of leave taking language function. So now let us go to the next language function. Let us go to the next language function, which is request for repetition. This is the 10th language function which helps us to express our purpose, in which we will see formal expressions first, then we'll go to the informal expressions. The formal expressions for request for repetition are, I beg your pardon. ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿರ್ತಾರ, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ what we do? ಕ್ಷಮಸ್ವಿ, ನಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಬೆಗ್ ಯೋರ್ ಪಾರ್ಡನ್. ಅದರ ಬದಲಾಗಿ would you mind repeating? Would you mind repeating? May I ask you to repeat? To the superiors I am talking about this, because these are formal expressions. I beg your pardon. Would you mind repeating? May I ask you to repeat? These are the formal expressions for repetition, requesting for repetition. Now, the informal expressions. The informal expressions for repeating the requests are, I am sorry, I couldn't hear. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ನ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಬೆಗ್ ಯೋರ್ ಪಾರ್ಡನ್ ಹಂಗೇನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಾರಿ ಐ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನೀ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಿ ನಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಾರಿ ಐ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅಥವಾ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಸೇ? ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಏನಂದಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಸೇ? ಅಥವಾ ಸಾರಿ ಐ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಸಾರಿ, ನೀ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ನಂಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾರಿ ಐ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಯುವರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಿ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ an example of dialogue. So here is a dialogue. A quiz master is conducting an inter-college competition. An inter-college competition is being conducted by a quiz master. So let us see how the dialogue begins and gets over. Quiz master. Now the question is, what is Mysore famous for? Ranveer, I beg your pardon, sir. Ranveer is requesting quiz master for what? Repetition. With which expression? repeats the question. Ranveer, I am sorry. What did you say, sir? Your voice is not audible. Again request by saying, I am sorry. What did you say, sir? Then quizmaster repeats the question and asks, were you able to hear now? Ranveer, yes, thank you, sir. Mysore is famous for palaces. So this is how request for repetitions are being used. Now let us go to the next language function. The 11th language expression is asking for information. So in this language function, we'll see how an information is being asked by the help of language function. So here are some to seek the information, and they are: I would like some information, please. When you have to have some information, or when you have to ask some information, you must say what? I would like some information, please. Then, when you ask for information about a course, time of a train, a bus, etc., you can see people using the following expressions. When you ask for information about a course, time of a train, a bus, etc., you can see people using the following expressions. If you want to ask some information from somebody, you must say, I would like some information, please. And you should continue your words. But when you ask some information about a course, time of a train, bus, etc., you can see the people using following expressions. Following expressions are, here they are. So let us see these expressions. To seek or ask information. Good morning. I would like some information about spoken English course. Good morning. Could you give me some information about spoken English course? See how beautifully we can ask the information. Or else, good afternoon. I would like some information about trains to Delhi tomorrow. Or else, good evening. Could you give me some information about your package tours on Sunday? This is how the information can be asked by the help of expressions from asking for information language function. Now here in this table we can see how the information is given. Yes, certainly. What sort of course are you interested in? A beginner's course. And at what time? At about 10 o'clock? Which tour are you interested in? The one to Kanyakumari. Seeking information, giving information, and agreeing to the information. Yes, certainly. The person says, get ready information. He says what sort of course you are interested in. Then you say a beginner's course. Then he asks at what time. Then you say at about 10 o'clock. Then if you ask him the tour package, he asks which tour are you interested in. Then you say the one to Kanyakumari. This is how asking for information language function, which make us to have the information. Here is a situation. You want some information about English courses. So A, I would like or I could like about the course this term. Means I could or I would like or I could tell you to tell English courses about the courses of this term. So information. Then B says, what sort of courses are you interested in? Then the person gives you the information of the courses which he will be having with him. The courses information is like this: Excellent School of English courses this term, beginners courses, intermediate courses, tourist English, Cambridge English, business courses, medical English. According to that, you have to get the information about the course. And here, in asking for information kind of expressions, you can use WH questions. So WH questions can be used to ask for more information. So here are some examples for WH questions to seek the informations are being given. What did you do over the weekend? So to seek the information of weekends, you frame WH question. How was your trip? To know how the trip of theirs. That information you can frame from WH question. Did you get back? This information also can be asked by WH question. Who did you go with? Again WH question to seek the information. How many people were there? WH question to have more information. Whose car did you drive? Again WH question for more information. So the same way, when asking for details about a particular item you are considering or buying, you can say, could you give me some information about this computer? Can you give me more details about the CD player? Could you tell me how this vacuum cleaner works? So to have more information, you can have WH questions, and to have more details about a particular item or you think of buying, you can ask questions like this. So this is how asking for information language function helps you to form the proper communication sentences. Now, the next language function is offering to help. The way how we have formal and informal expressions in other language functions, the same way here also we have formal and informal expressions. And now let us see the formal and informal expressions. Here, in formal and informal expressions, there are three parts. One is offering, the other is accepting, the one more is declining. Offering to help is a kind of expressing a favor to others. So when you express your favor to others, they might accept or they might decline. Decline object. So all the three ways will be expressed in formal expressions and informal expressions. Now let us see the formal expressions for offering, accepting and declining. So here, if you want to offer something to someone, you can say, may I help you? Those who are in higher authority, may I help you? Would you like some help? If you feel like helping others, you can say, may I help you? For the officials or higher authorities, you can say, would you like some help? Then, accepting. If your offer of help is being accepted by the other person in the communication, they say, that's very kind of you. If offer is accepted, the formal expressions come like this. That's very kind of you. If the offer is declining, means is being objected, the expression will become like this. It's nice of you, but don't. It's nice of you, showing a favor of yours to me, but don't necessary of your help. This is how an offer of help can be declined. Now let us go to the informal expressions for offering, accepting and declining. The informal expression for offering is, can I help you? Need some help? Want a hand? Shall I? See how beautiful the words are. When there comes help, everything seems beautiful. Can I help? This will be used only in friends and relatives. Can I help? Need some help? Want a hand of mine for your purpose? Like that you can enlarge your words. Shall I? Shall I help you? In that way also you can form the sentence. Now, accepting. If the offer of your help is accepted, then there comes these informal expressions. They are, that's great. Thank you. That's just what I needed. Yes, please. If your offer is accepted, there comes, that's great. Thank you. That's just what needed. Yes, please kinds of expressions. Informal communication. If the same offer is being declined, then thanks, don't worry. It's okay. No, it's all right. Kind of expressions. So, if you want to reject, you can say thanks, don't worry, it's okay, no, it's all right. Means the offer of help is being rejected by you or the other person. Now let us have a dialogue as an example. For these expressions. Vimal. Oh, I am in a fix. Neighbor. Is there something I can do? Offering for help here. Vimala. Sorry, I said Vimal here. It is Vimala. Vimala. Do you mind to take care of my child for some time? Neighbor. No, I don't mind. Vimala. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Then, principals and the other persons, Rahul's conversation. Principal. Is anyone in this class ready to introduce the chief guest in tomorrow's function? Rahul. Perhaps I could do it, sir. Principal. Thank you for your offer. See, expressing the help or offering the help. But I am afraid you look sick. You may not be able to do that. Rahul. Yes, I am, but I'll manage, sir. Principal. Thank you. Rahul, that's the spirit. So this is how in these two sentences, offer of help could be expressed. So now let us go to the next language function. Let us go to the next language function, which is complaining. The way how we had formal and informal expressions in other language functions, the same way even here in complaining also we have formal and informal kind of expressions. Let us go to them. Formal, generally in writing. These expressions generally used in writing. Let us see which are those. I regret to bring to your notice. When we want to complain something in written, we must use this formal expression, which is I regret to bring to your notice. Now, the informal expression for complaining is sorry, but. I'm sorry to say this, but. I'm sorry to trouble you, but. So these are the informal expressions for complaining in the communication. Complaining is a language function. So on this, let us go to a dialogue as an example. I even want you to list a few situations where you feel like complaining, which might make you to write a dialogue better. So here, in the principal's chamber, now let us see what complaint here happens in the principal's chamber. Teacher, I am sorry to say this, but some boys in that class are indisciplined. The teacher went with a complaint, which is he feels himself sorry to say to the principal that the boys in that class are indisciplined. Principal, what's the problem? Teacher, sir, some boys are irregular to my class. I am sorry to say this. Is an expression to express what? The complaint. Now teacher said, so some boys are irregular to my class. Principal, is it? Who are they? Teacher, I have listed their names. Principal, okay, I will look into the matter. This is how, by the help of complaint, formal and informal expressions, we can have the communication better. So now, let us go to the next language function. The next language function is asking about preferences. In this also we we have some expressions to be used for better communication. Let us see the expressions which help us for better communication. I like more than. If you want to express your preference in two choice or many choice, you can say I like white more than black. So in two choice, if you want to go with one option, there you have to use this expression. I like, then the noun more than should continue your sentence. Or else you can use I prefer. Or else appeals to me more than. One of the preference would be given to you, but you are not accepting it, so you appeals to yourself and say that you are comfortable with other than of the thing which is preferred. Or else you can use I would rather go with the other one. Or else I would usually choose ice cream in preference to tea or coffee. In that way you can complete the dialogue by the help of expressions. I find white much more satisfactory than of black. See, only the objects of yours have to be filled to the expressions for better dialogues. Next, I enjoy coffee better than tea. Preference is given to coffee, not to tea. Rather than coffee, I would prefer to tea. See, again, preference is given to not to coffee but to tea. The expression helps us to go with the preference. So here, rather than coffee, I would prefer to tea. I like tea than of coffee. This is how these expressions help us to communicate better. Now, let us see a small dialogue on these subordinate. The dialogue is between a boss and a subordinate. Boss, your transfer order will be ready in a couple of days. You can choose between Pune and Chennai. Here the preference is given to the subordinator by the boss. Subordinator. Let us see what he chooses or what he prefers. I prefer Chennai to Pune. He prefers what? Chennai than Pune. So I prefer. Expression helps to express the preferences. This is how the preferences help. Asking about preferences, language function help to have better dialogues in the communication. Now let us go to the next language function. The next language function is agreeing and disagreeing. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಪ್ಪೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡೋದು. For this also we have some expressions. Let us see them. Agreeing. The expressions which help us to express that we are agree are I agree entirely. That's a good point. Yes, I agree. Or else I agree. Yes, of course. Or of course. Indeed. These are the expressions which are used to express that we are agree. And to express the disagree, again we have the expressions and they are I am afraid, I don't agree, or else I don't agree. I am not sure, I am not sure is a disapproval. Disagree can also be called as disapproval. Yes, that's quite true, but yes, that's quite true, but I don't agree. That you can be. Well, you have a point there, but I disagree or disapproval with what you are saying. This is how the expressions help us to form the dialogues. Now let us see an example of a dialogue with these expressions. We have two dialogues, A and B. Let us see them. Tanu, schools should teach facts. Abhi, I agree, you are right. Means expression of agreeing it is. Surya, I don't think so, I disagree. Disapproval kind of expression it is. Then B, Sahil, I think we need to spend more on industry. Akash, so do I. Arpita, yes, that is true, but expressing disagree or disapproval. This is how in the dialogues we use agreeing and disagreeing kind of language functions. Now let us go to the next. The last language function is ending a conversation. Ending a conversation is nothing but leave taking. So in this we have some expressions to be followed. Let us see them. Used for taking leave when the conversation has ended. With friends and with superiors. With friends we can use these expressions. With superiors we can use this expression. So with friends we say see you later, see you, bye, see you again, bye. But with superiors, goodbye sir or madam. The way how in leave taking language function we had used the same way here. We use the expressions to end the conversation. So with friends, see you later, see you, bye, see you again, bye. With superiors, goodbye sir or madam. With this, let us see an example of the dialogue. The dialogue is of two friends. Ratna, hi Vasanta, nice to see you. Been away. Vasanta, yes, I had been to Mysore for a week. So they begin the conversation with greeting and other language functions. Ratna, oh, how did you like your stay in Mysore? Vasanta, it was enjoyable. I'm sorry, I am in a hurry as I had to catch the 4 o'clock train. It is already 3:45. See you later. Bye. Bidding? A bye. Means ending the conversation. Ratna bids bye. So, conversation ends. The same way, let us see one more example. At a friend's house while studying together for the examination. Dhananjay, oh, we completed the 3rd unit. Shall we begin with the 4th unit or shall we take a small break? Lakshmi Sagar, I'm afraid I must go now. It is already 10 p.m. My mother will be waiting for me. There is no one else at home. Dhananjay, okay then see you tomorrow in college. Lakshmi Sagar says, okay, bye, ending the conversation. So this is how the end of conversation language function help us to have a better dialogue. These are the language functions which help you to have 12 marks in your examination. One dialogue will be given in which 4 lines have to be filled. The other, you have to compose your own dialogue with these details, and the other one is match the expressions with the language functions. I hope you all enjoyed the grammar part. In next class, we'll see with a new content. Thank you. See you in next class.